This is The Locker Room, where the coaches of Husson University talk sports.
Hello and welcome to The Locker Room. I'm journalism major Trent Gunst. Joining me today is Dylan Burpee, a Husson student pursuing his master's in business and a bachelor's in sports management, all while on the basketball team as a small forward/guard. So, Dylan, I gotta ask, what made you decide to come to Husson?
Well, my brother came here, and then when I came here to the Detroit campus, I thought it was a great campus, and then when I met the team, it's like we just bonded together, so I just like the group of guys, I like the coach, and the program has been really good the past couple of years, so it just kind of made me choose it.
So, what's a typical day for you? Like, I know you have a ton going on in your schedule. Is it packed, or are you planning on having it more open and then towards the end, like just add an extra year or two onto it?
As of right now, it's not too bad, because my major isn't too heavy of a workload, but I mean, in the future, I'm willing to add like a job to it. But right now, just trying to balance classes and sports, and just trying to keep that balance, so it's like good.
Right. So I know you are a first year. This is your first time experiencing college and having a more independent lifestyle. Given that you're now living away from your parents, what is that like exactly?
It's definitely like you have a lot more freedom, I guess, which I mean that can be good and also bad, but for me it's been really good. But it just gives you like a chance to be like out there, and to like find who you are like without like depending on like your parents and like worrying about all that. And then also just gives you like a chance to be like away from home and just be like by yourself and like know like who you are.
Right. Has that transition been difficult at all for you?
The first week it was like a little hard, but after like the first couple of weeks you kind of get used to it and get in like a routine, so it hasn't been too bad now.
What has been your biggest challenge with that?
My biggest challenge is probably, obviously like not being with like your parents and like not staying with your parents is obviously hard, but the schoolwork is just like learning how to like study and like prepare for quizzes, I guess, like correctly, I guess. It's like when you're in high school, like your teacher will like go over like the study guide and then give you like an in-class study, but when you get into college, it's like they just say read the chapter and then we'll have a quiz. So honestly, just kind of like learn how to study in the right way.
Dylan, I know you're pursuing a dual degree on top of basketball. I've had some difficulties personally keeping up with work, school, and having a personal life. How have you managed to juggle all of your responsibilities so far?
I mean, school and sports is not much time. Like you don't get much free time, but like the free time you do get, you can spend it like however you want to. But like the weekends, like you can't go home on the weekends. I'm like a local, I guess. I live like an hour away, so I can't go home on the weekend and see my family because I have like sports on the weekend. So I guess that's kind of like what you like give up for it. I guess like you don't have much free time at all. But I mean, if you love the sport enough, you're willing to sacrifice that.
What made you decide you wanted to pursue a dual degree and those specific degrees?
I've always been like interested in like business side of everything, and then obviously like the sports side is like I've always played like a sport my whole life, so it's kind of like I have like a lot of chances I can get with that degree. Like there's not like just like one set job I can get. Like there's like a wide variety of things I can get. So I just thought it was like the best option for me, and it was something I was interested in, so I could pursue it and be actually like focused on it.
So I know you have played several different sports throughout your life. What made you decide to choose basketball for college?
When I was younger, there was like only like a couple sports offered. Like I played soccer, baseball, and basketball. It was a small town, so it wasn't like a bunch of sports. But I would play like football like with my dad. Like I always loved football, but there wasn't like an actual like team I could play for. So, but basketball was just always like above everything else. I don't know what it was. Like I'd play soccer during season, I'd play baseball during season, but basketball was kind of like I'd play it like out of season. And then when COVID came around, I didn't get my 8th grade year of baseball, so that kind of ruined baseball for me. And then soccer, I wasn't really built for soccer, like unless I was a goalie, but like I wasn't playing goalie, so like my body couldn't do it. So it was always just basketball. In the end, I stuck with it.
So, do you have any advice for students wanting to pursue basketball?
I mean, if you're like looking to play at like a higher level, it's obviously going to be like a lot of work. If people like will look at like a D3 school and be like, wow, they're not that good because like they're not like a D1, but like it's still like you got to put in a lot of work just to get here. And then it's obviously like you're gonna like sacrifice things like your free time to play the sport.
Right. Well, Dylan, thank you for joining us. That was The Locker Room. I'm Trent Gunst.